beef shin ragu with pappardelle. Don't mind if I do. Does that rhyme? Now that is looking totally incredible. How's the beef? Nice. Yeah? Bellissimo. Bellissimo. It's full of so much flavour. It's so tender. Beef shin ragu is just one of those dishes that I've wanted to do for a real long time. It's inspired by one of the best Italian restaurants in London, Trullo, which is in North London. He does an insane beef ragu, and I'm going to attempt to replicate that today with my version. So we start off by frying off some vegetables. So, oil into pan. I've got some grated carrot, some diced onion, and some sliced garlic. I'm going to start off by getting the onion into the pan. Cook the onions for a couple of minutes, and then let's get the garlic and the carrot into the party. Okay, let me introduce you to my friend, Mr. Beef Shin. Mr. Beef Shin, friend of chefs, packed full of flavour. You see the bone in the middle? We're going to cook it on the bone, which is going to give so much flavour. Inside that bone, it's ram, stam, cram, packed with bone marrow, which is going to bleed into the stock. It's going to be so delicious. We're going to cook it low and slow, but first off, we've got to sear it. So I've just put some rapeseed oil into the pan. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to season the beef shin with some salt, and then it's going into my pan to sear. Now the reason we sear it is to get loads of texture and flavour into it, and then we're going to add some liquids in there, and then we're going to cook it low and slow, which will make it super moist. Right, turn the temperature down once you've browned it all over, and add your onion and carrot mixture back in. Get some sweet alcohol in there, so I'm going to use a combination of Madeira and port. I'm going to put it in and flambe it. Once you've burnt all the alcohol off, add in your chicken livers. And then add about 150 mils of beef stock. Okay, then you want a little bouquet garni, a sort of little herb bundle. Okay, I've got some rosemary. Then I've got a nice similar sized sprig of thyme. And then I've got a couple of dry bay leaves, fresh would be good as well. Put those down, and then get some butcher's string and just cut a little bit. Tie that little lot up so you can fish it out later and drop that in. And then what we need to do is add some water. Drop your lid on. Now you fill the water up to at least halfway on the beef shin, or a little bit higher. Lid on, and then in the oven at 160 for 6 hours. I've got one that's been in there already. Let's grab it. Okay. Now this has been in there for 6 hours. Let's have a look. So it's completely fallen off the bone. And can you see the beautiful bone marrow inside that's bled into the stock? Oh, so good. And then the meat now is just completely fall off the bone. Oh my God, like that is just, it's sensational. It's full of so much flavour. It's so tender. Oh, so good. It's like butter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fish the meat out, and then I'm going to reduce that stock down by half, and I'm going to skim off the fat, and then I'm going to put it all back together and pull the meat. Let's do it. Now get all that bone marrow out into that stock, so as you reduce it down, it just permeates, makes it delicious. Okay, let's reduce that down. So what I'm doing is I'm just skimming the fat that rises to the top as it bubbles away. So you're getting out that greasy taste that will sit there, and then you're just left with a really deep, rich beef stock. Okay, so my stock's reduced down by half. Get a masher and just go through, and now we're mashing down the chicken livers, the onions, any meat that's left in there, and we're just turning it into this really rich gravy. Okay, now let's add the beef shin in. You you know what? This dish has taken so long, it's gone dark outside. Now that is looking totally incredible. I'm just gonna have a quick taste. Just so good. So I'm gonna let it reduce down to get rid of any excess liquor so it really comes together as stocky. I'm gonna get a bit of salt and pepper in there, and then a pan on to cook the pappardelle, and it's ready to serve. Let's do it. Right, I've got some nice fresh pappardelle. Let's get that and drop it into some salted water. So that's taken 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just gonna drain it, get rid of the excess, drop it into a bowl, and I'm gonna add the ragu, a little bit of grated Parmesan, and we're done. Look at that beauty. Beef shin ragu, it's taken a load of time to make, but it's mega tasty. For that massive bowl of pasta, how much? Okay, I reckon that's 2 portions, so let's say £7 a portion. Let's see if there's anybody about to try this. Let's do it. Go for it. Okay, try it. Get some nice beef shin in there.
It smells very Parmesan-y.
I think that's because there's Parmesan on it.
Yep.
Very nice.
How's the beef?
Nice.
Yeah?
Not too hard.
Now, you were tasting another dish earlier. How do you think the beef is?
It's good.
Now when you eat sometimes you're chewing.
Yeah.
It's really soft. It's like crispy chicken.
So,
wow.
For a main portion of that pappardelle with a ragu, how much?
£8.
£8?
Well, for that whole plate.
Not for the whole plate, for half a plate. That's 2 portions.
I'd say £6.
£6 for 1 plate.
Yeah.
You'd say
About that much.
£6 as well.
That's what I normally pay.
Or £7.
Okay, £7.
That's the
Maybe.
quality food.
So 7 and 6.
Yeah.
Awesome. Enjoy. Okay, this is Anna. She's helping me clean up today. Anna, come on. Tell me. Big bite. Bellissimo. How much for half a plate? How much English?
£7.
You win some, you lose some, but those people don't know what they're going on about. This is probably one of the best pasta dishes I've ever done. It's so tasty, and with the egg pappardelle, so good. Everybody's getting home from work now, though. I think it's time for me to go home. Subscribe to the channel, increase the peace, spread the love.